This is a comparison between batch image-to-image stable diffusion and EbSynth with one image-to-image keyframe at 3 different denoising strengths. The motivation for this comparison is to better understand each method's use from an individual creator's perspective. Let's begin by very briefly introducing the 3 key parts of this comparison for those who are unfamiliar. Stable diffusion is a deep learning, latent diffusion model that takes in text and outputs images. In this case, it's taking in an image as well as text and outputting a new image. EbSynth is a program that essentially takes modified keyframes of a video and extrapolates across the remaining frames. And then denoising strength, which is a setting in Stable Diffusion. As it gets higher, it leads to more deviation from the input image. This comparison is made by taking the source video of Hamilton Morris and putting it through batch image to image at 3 different denoising strengths, giving the batch outputs. One frame from the batch outputs was then taken and combined with the source clip in EbSynth for the EB output. This was then repeated with the 2 other prompts. The full prompt and a more detailed procedure can be found in the description. The 2 methods return 2 distinct results. Batch is distinctly stylistic, and for better or worse, it seems to be quite consistent with AI videos up until this point. The EbSynth method seems to be a bit smoother and more versatile, and less obviously AI generated. The low denoise zombie batch video reminds me of film grain with the flickering, and has some interesting blood splatters flash briefly on screen. The high denoise zombie batch video gives the impression of morphing related images, very characteristic of an AI video. At low denoising, the EB video kind of gives the effect of a social media filter, versus at high denoising, it does approach higher level animation or film VFX. Batch suffers from ambiguity in the prompt. This can be seen if we compare Gandhi and Zombie. Zombie is quite a broad data set. It can mean many things. It can output quite a few different images. Gandhi, on the other hand, is a bit better defined. Gandhi was one person. There's a lot fewer possible things that Gandhi can look like. And we can see this if we compare the 2 side by side. The zombie changes quite a bit more than Gandhi does in terms of like eye color, how their face looks. And though Gandhi isn't exactly smooth, it is a lot more consistent than the zombie video. This is also a problem in EB if you're trying to do multiple unique stable diffusion generated keyframes that are related. Another related problem is that at higher denoising strength, lips can be hard to read in batch. In EB, this is also an issue. We can see here with this girl's mouth, it doesn't really make sense just because it's deviated from the original image to the point that the lips don't really match up. But a viable solution for this, which is more realistic in EB than in batch, would just be to do some in-painting. And a final note, in my experience, EbSynth has been faster and cheaper computationally. So that is all. Thank you for watching. This is a relatively simple experiment, but I hope you got some value from it. Please let me know if I got anything wrong, or if you have any other ideas or comments you'd like to share. I would definitely love to see them. And maybe the rest of the video, I'll let the renders play out just a little bit longer for those that did not want to hear me talk.